The afterglow of the setting sun filtered through the window lattice, casting a golden glow across the living room. Zhang Wenzhong sat alone in a rattan chair, gently caressing a yellowed old photograph. In the photo, a young Zhang Wenzhong wore a faded blue Zhongshan suit with the collar slightly open, revealing the white shirt beneath. His slightly youthful face wore a sunny smile, his eyes brimming with hope and passion for the future. Beside him stood a Miao girl named Zhu, dressed in traditional ethnic attire. Sunlight danced on her raven black hair and silver ornaments, accentuating her delicate features. Zhu tilted her head slightly, her lips curved into a sweet smile as she gazed tenderly at Zhang Wenzhong. Shoulder to shoulder, the two stood beneath a banyan tree with lush branches and a dense canopy, its sturdy trunk silently bearing witness to the youth and love captured in the image. At that moment, the shrill ring of a telephone shattered the living room's tranquility. Zhang Wenzhong set down the photograph and lifted the vintage rotary phone from the table.
Hello, Lao Wang. What made you think of calling me?
A slightly hoarse voice crackled through the receiver.
Lao Zhang, how's your health lately? Haven't seen you in ages, I've been missing you.
Not bad, just that these old bones aren't as cooperative anymore. How about you? Heard you went to Hainan for the winter. How was it? Warm down there.
Don't even get me started. Stuck indoors all day was worse than staying here. Oh, I was flipping through photo albums today and found a picture from our countryside days. It immediately made me think of you. I also saw that photo of you and the Miao girl. What was her name again? I'm blanking.
Zhu Shang Shuchu.
At the mention of her name, the air in the room seemed to still. Memories flooded Zhang Wenzhong once more. In 1975, answering the nation's call, Zhang Wenzhong, Lao Wang, and other idealistic youths were sent to a remote Miao village in Guizhou to settle down. There, they met warm, honest Miao villagers and the beautiful girl Zhu. Zhu was the village's most striking beauty, with eyes as clear and expressive as flowing streams. She excelled in song, dance, and embroidery, her craftsmanship renowned far and wide. Zhang Wenzhong first saw her at a village bonfire. Flames danced into the night sky, casting a warm glow on Zhu's radiant face. Clad in festive attire, she danced joyfully with other Miao girls, her voice and melody as pure as mountain spring water. Zhang Wenzhong was instantly captivated. In the days that followed, he often helped Zhu's family with farm work, hiking into mountains for herbs and laboring side by side in fields. Zhu taught him Miao language and songs, sharing her culture's rich traditions. Through daily companionship, their bond deepened. One midsummer evening, golden sunlight painted the sky as they walked along the village river. Willow leaves rustled in the breeze.
Zhu, I care for you deeply.
Zhang Wenzhong said, summoning courage to take her hand. Zhu's cheeks flushed as she nodded shyly. Time stood still, the river's gentle flow their budding love. They spent blissful days together watching sunrises, listening to nature's symphony, and dreaming of a shared future. They vowed that after Zhang Wenzhong completed his service, he'd return to marry her and lead her out of the mountains. But fate intervened. One day, an urgent telegram arrived. His mother was gravely ill. The news shattered Zhang Wenzhong's plans. He abruptly ended his rural service, bidding farewell to villagers and his beloved Zhu. On departure day, Zhu came to see him off. Dressed in plain Miao attire, no adornments in her hair, she looked fragile. Her red-rimmed eyes betrayed recent tears. Zhu, Zhang Wenzhong squeezed her hand, heart heavy with reluctance. Once I settle things at home, I'll return as soon as possible. Wait for me. Zhu nodded, fresh tears spilling over. She opened her mouth as if to speak, but remained silent. What is it? He pressed. She shook her head, clinging tightly to him, tears dampening his shirt. He comforted her. Don't cry. I'll come back, I promise. As the train pulled away, Zhang Wenzhong watched Zhu's tear-streaked face grow smaller on the platform. Unbeknownst to him then, this farewell would be eternal. Zhang Wenzhong hurried back home. When he opened the door, a strong smell of medicine hit him. The air was stuffy and hadn't been aired out for a long time, making his heart sink deeper. His mother lay on the bed, her face pale and cheeks sunken. Her once rosy skin now looked yellowish. Seeing her son, she forced a weak smile and said softly, "You're back. Must be tired from the trip." Zhang Wenzhong quickly put down his bags and held his mother's hand. Her hand felt cold and bony. "Mom, how did you get so thin? How was Dad taking care of you while I was away?" His voice sounded upset, but mostly worried. Beside them, his father wrung his hands, muttering, "Wah, her illness relapses constantly. Even with medicine, no improvement. I've done all I could." Every morning, he woke up early to buy fresh ingredients from the market, then returned home to boil medicine and cook meals. In the afternoons, he stayed by his mother's bed without leaving, massaging her and wiping her body. At night, he slept on a makeshift bed in the hospital corridor to take care of her at any time. The hospital smelled strongly of disinfectant, sharp and cold. Zhang Wenzhong gradually got used to this smell, but in his heart, he always worried about Zhu in Guizhou. He missed her bright smile and the happy times they worked together in the fields. He started writing letters to Wasu, telling her how much he missed her and explaining why he couldn't return. He promised over and over that he'd go back immediately once his mother recovered. After writing each letter, he folded carefully, put it in an envelope, and ran to the mailbox on the corner. When he imagined Ashi's expression upon receiving the letter, a small smile would 不知不觉 unconsciously appear on his face. Asu will definitely be happy when she gets the letter, he often thought. As days turned into weeks, Zhang Wenzhong sent letter after letter, but never received a reply. He became restless, his heart feeling itchy like grass growing inside. He ran to the post office again and again, only to return disappointed each time. Comrade, any letters for me from Guizhou? He'd ask hopefully. Staff would search through piles of mail, then shake their heads. No letters for you. Zhang Wenzhong's heart grew heavier with each rejection. He began to worry. Was Asu sick? Did something happen in the village? Did she forget about him? He wrote more frequently, his letters filled with desperation, yet silence remained. This unanswered waiting felt like a boulder weighing down his heart, making it hard to breathe. 3 years slipped by in the blink of an eye. During this time, Zhang Wenzhong enjoyed his own personal health as his mother's condition fluctuated between improvement and relapse, forcing him to postpone his return to Guizhou repeatedly. One day, after returning home from the hospital, he found his father sitting rigidly on the living room sofa, his face ashen. On the coffee table lay an envelope yellowed and frayed at the edges. Dad, what's wrong? Zhang Wenzhong asked, sensing trouble. His father looked up, eyes swimming with a mix of resignation, guilt, and unspeakable sorrow. Sit down. Zhang Wenzhong's heart skipped a beat. He sank onto the sofa and picked up the envelope. Though the handwriting was faded, he recognized the Guizhou postmark. When was this sent? He whispered, voice shaking. His father sighed heavily. It arrived last year. Last year? Zhang Wenzhong shot up straight, eyes wide as saucers. Why are you showing me this now? His father averted his gaze, muttering, I was afraid it would break you. A chill crept down Zhang Wenzhong's spine. With trembling hands, he tore open the envelope and pulled out the letter. The words on the page hit him like a thunderbolt.